I'm just testing this out. No clue if this is gonna work. Yeah, I need to fix my volume. I'll do that in 1 second. This is the wrong, oh no, this is the right thing. Okay. I need to hear the audio. This, like I said, is just a test stream. That's too loud. Okay, perfect. I'm using what Binks uses. We're just trying it out to see. Yeah. I'm having a bit of trouble with this. Fuck. I'll keep an eye because I assume it's gonna stop working eventually. Yeah, we're just doing what we can. I'm more than happy to chat if anyone comes in, but I highly doubt it because, like I said, this is a test stream. I told no one about it. I gave no warning. And I have no idea how long we're going to be doing this for. I haven't actually really streamed drawing. I did once, but it was when I wasn't great. And it was just goofing around, really. No promises this is going to be great. But, yeah. It is just an art fight attack. I don't know how long it's going to take. Sometimes my pieces take a really long time. I usually, when they lack in quality, it's usually not because I can't, it's because I give up. You have to decide when something's worth the time and when it's not, and it's a really big issue when I'm drawing. Is deciding when I've spent enough time on something. And so, more and more I've been trying to be reasonable about that. I just realized I'm going to be looking down for most of the stream, which is going to look silly. I guess I should put this in front of me. I'm used to holding it, but I don't want to be like goofy ass looking down the entire time. God, this is hard. I might need to put my mic on the left side of me. This is why this is a test stream. I don't do this. I should switch which way the cord's coming from. Yeah, I wanna do this drawing. This is not anyone I know. I do believe they are a VTuber. I don't know this person though, at all, even in the slightest. Never met them, never checked out their channel. I just found them on ArtFight and kind of wanted to draw them. I was gonna do someone else that some of my friends know that I vaguely know, but I'm not necessarily friends with, but I ended up ditching out on that idea, mostly because I was like, I don't know. I'm ditching out on it. I want to try some other people, and maybe I shouldn't be doing VTubers, because I'm much less likely, I feel like, to have someone respond. from my experience I've had so far, but I need to make this brush thicker. This is so hard because of how I have it on my desk. I'm looking down anyways. I might as well fucking put it on my lap. I can get over it. Okay. Or you guys can get over it, I suppose. I'll lower the camera and bring it a little closer. That's something that you guys might not know. I used to connect my phone, but eventually the camera, because there was a little crack over the camera, it stopped being able to do Live 2D. Which is kind of good because I was, I had to strap it up for it to work in the first place. Which sounds suspicious. It kind of was. Not in that way, in a different way. It would be on a water bottle with like tape. I actually learned that from Kenji. He's a VTuber as well. I'm sure everyone knows who he is, but if you don't now, you've heard me say his name. There we go. I've done this on purpose. Layers. That's what layers are for, I think. I don't know. I do this too often to not know, but like... Yeah, I don't use layers as much as I should, I'll be honest with you. I sometimes like to just draw it on the same layer and then just pray. Which I know is sacrilege, but... Because I have an eraser, and if I'm really careful, I can erase. I'm not really careful, just so we're all aware. This will become a problem in the future, I'm sure. Okay. Good thing this is on a different layer, so I can just...
I just ate a flower.
That scared the living... Oh my god, you're here! This is like... I guess you are... You said you were on vacation, right? This is a test stream, as I mentioned at the beginning. How are you doing today? I want to do a test stream with this to see if this was something we could do one day of the week. You know, we do horror streams every other day. Because you guys already know, art's like my thing. It's not my thing, it's a lot of people's thing. So art's something I care a lot about. And while I don't particularly want to be drawing VTubers all the time, I like painting a lot. I don't mind it. Like, it's fun, right? It's fun. And so if I must draw VTubers, I don't know. I like getting better at things, so very chill. Yeah, we do it once a week, and then one stream, and then the other one will be horror. And so I was thinking about that. And I am using the thing that Binks uses. I'm just testing it out now, so we'll see how good it is or isn't. Do you want to see one I just... Actually, I already shared it with you guys on the Discord, so I won't show you it. But I have some other ones here that I did for Art Fight I'm very proud of. Yeah, what have you been doing so far on your vacation? I'll ask. I'll probably continue rambling, but I do want to know. You know, this is something I would do a lot. I still want to stream painting, because it's something I do while painting too. I just kind of, talk nonsense. The purpose of it is to keep my, I would say, keep my brain engaged. It's a real goofy thing I do. but I sometimes will get quiet, but it's probably not as often as in video games. Because it's a way for me to hear what I'm saying and think about, especially when I'm talking about, like, when I see something, it's a way for me to come up with ideas. Talking to someone else, it helps. Broke up a cat fight. Went to the Pittsburgh. I saw your Labubu. You actually got one? I'm proud of you. It's funny because a lot of people complain about them and call them ugly. To be fair though, I'm gonna bring up something that's very dumb to me. It's not Labubus, it's something else. It is everyone complaining about astrology. Camped Park. Oh my god. That's crazy that you have to camp for them. That's insane to me. I'm trying to figure out how I should do this because I kind of want. But if I like did this and then it's kind of fun. I know some of the lines are overlapping. Like I said, I will be fixing that. I put them on separate layers for a reason. Camping on Pop Mart site though is wild. They're talking about if it's gonna be like a Beanie Babies. I heard someone talking about this or not, and that all depends on like if they just produce too many. And I wonder how good a job they'll do with that, because it's become like a luxury product if I remember correctly. Like stuff like that isn't the right word. ASAP competing for one. Camping might not be the right word, but you should say it because it's really funny. I went to Taylor Swift. I'm pretty sure you guys know this. And I only got to go to the Eras Tour because my mom basically had everyone she knows try and get tickets for me for my birthday. I'm the only one she didn't ask, and I remember finding out they were on sale and being like, oh, well, I can't really tell my parents. And I was like, I can't afford them anyways. I didn't put my name in the lottery. I was like, whatever, it's okay, I guess. And I was a little disappointed, but I couldn't afford them even if at the time. So I was like, okay. And then they got me tickets, and that was like a rare, not rare, my mom has quite a few W moments, but it was like a crazy W moment. I'm also, you know how everyone complains about gender neutral wording used in Disney? I'm pretty sure that might actually be hi Jade, this is a test. $35 on the site. I had a vinyl of them before they blew up. That's crazy. So no, but we might be a part of the reason for the gender neutral usage in Disney. It is a test. We're just seeing if this would be something we could do once a week, every week, you know? Because I'm testing out software I haven't used before. Oh yeah, you want to hear about it? I told you it's an interesting story. So Disney now is supposed to be using gender-neutral language. They put in this rule recently. And the reason why might be due to me. And I say might because obviously, how could we know? But I can also say that my mom, she's a travel agent who's worked very closely with Disney for a very long time. And we went to Disney a lot as kids and stuff. And my mom, like I said, very, very close with Disney. She sold a lot of Disney. And so we would go on cruises and stuff. And this was before I was using he, him pronouns and just using men's washrooms because, that's how I present it. It's easier. At the time, I was just transitioning. I was not comfortable going in men's washrooms. And I was not comfortable using women's washrooms, not because I hadn't done it a lot, but because I made women extremely uncomfortable because I looked like a man. This poor old lady, I was in an airport washroom. I feel so bad for her. She just looked terrified. And, that's why gender-neutral washrooms should exist. But I've been complaining not just about that, but about the ladies and gentlemen all the time. It just bothered me because I felt like, I don't know, I'm paying just as much as the next guy, or me and my family are. And I feel like it's supposed to be the most... This was when I was a kid, too. I also use these pronouns. So, imagine being a kid. You're going to the most magical place on Earth, but you're being... not included. Anyways, it wasn't just that. We complained about lots of things that I noticed while there. Because I've been a lot. At the time, I think... By the time I was 19, I had been to Disney, either on a cruise, Disney World, or Disneyland more times than the number of years I've been alive. Not anymore, obviously, because I'm 21 now, and I do not think that is still true. I could be wrong, actually. I don't believe that's still true. And so, they put policies in place for that. And I remember I was watching a video about Disney by some guy, and he was like, and he said something, I'm not going to use gender neutral this is how I learned that this became a thing. Gender neutral pronouns. Even if Disney's taking away our pronouns from us. Some American guy said this. And I was like, wait a minute. They actually finally did it. Well, they did a lot of other stuff. Because it's like you don't think about it. It's the same with accessibility. There's this amusement park. We can have a talk on accessibility. So I've been to Disney a couple times, I think, with Key. You all know Key, my mod, a very close friend of mine, has been for a very long time. Sadly not here to hear this, but that is fine. We do what we must. Key obviously has, see you in a minute. Key obviously has POTS, and I know I'm going on a tangent, I'm really just going off circuit, which I don't believe is immune deficiency. I thought it was my entire life, because I'm not well educated on POTS. But it affects her a lot. And so when we got to go together, she basically had a disability access because she wasn't able to stand in lines for long periods of time, and walking in really long distances can fuck her up bad. So she had a motorized scooter, like the aunties ride around in it at malls, one of those. And so this has nothing to do with my accessibility point I was going on. I'm just telling this story, then we'll get back. It's ADHD. You'll just have to live with it. Anyways, I've definitely told this story before because I had so much fun. We were going on Space Mountain, and she wasn't, her scooter is too big to fit up, the Disney scooters are too big to fit up, so someone has to push her in a wheelchair. Yep, this is ADHD. We'll get back to what we were talking about, trust me. So someone would have to push her in the wheelchair up, and it was only me and her going, and I got so fucking excited, because that meant, not only were we going in the shorter line because her and her party, you get to book off a certain amount. Basically works the way old FastPass works. If anyone remembers old FastPass, that is how the accessibility lines work. Because we wouldn't have been able to do all this stuff we did. We wouldn't have been able to do barely anything, actually. And so I got to push Key up the Space Mountain line. That was so fun. I'm not even lying about that. It was so fun. Like I got to, since there was no one in front of us, I ran while pushing her. I don't wish I was joking. I'm not even joking. I like ran up the line while pushing it because there's no one in front of us. It was so fun. It was goofy as hell, but it was a lot of fun. Anyways, back to the point of accessibility in theme parks. Well, that's fun. If we look at, I guess me, I'm a fine example of someone who needs accessibility in theme parks. I cannot handle, not just like, I guess loud noises is the word, fireworks. It was like fire alarms and fireworks as a kid. I always didn't want to be the kid that overreacted to them. So I think the word's mask, and I'd always have this anxiety feeling, and then I learned that that's not normal to like feel like your world's ending when a fire alarm goes off. At least I don't believe it is. Yeah. And to want to cry and cover your ears, like that's not normal. And so as I've gotten older, I've actually gotten worse at pretending everything's fine, because I realize I don't have to pretend everything's fine when there's loud noises. I don't have to watch fireworks. Because I don't like fireworks at all. I hate them, actually. Probably similar to the way a dog would hate fireworks. And, yeah. It's something that they haven't switched completely to drone shows in Disney yet. I wish they did. But there are places like, I think it's called Morgan's Wonderland. I watched a Molly Burke video. She's blind, and she did a video going to Morgan's Wonderland, which is an accessible theme park. Kind of based around mobile disability more so than blindness, but they also have things for that as well. And just seeing some of the stuff they had implemented, like places to sit in lines, like that was a big issue for Key, was if her school couldn't fit through and they didn't have a wheelchair and she had nowhere to sit, it would be an issue. They offer quiet rooms, yeah, as well. And they don't do fireworks, they do drone shows and things like that. Or at least I believe. I might be wrong about that last one. But another really good place is Legoland. They have an entire pamphlet on which areas will be for autism, not for every disability. They're good for autism. So I should make this hair piece smaller, actually. So on the point to that, talking about designs which make things more inclusive. You wouldn't think of it if you didn't have to face it, right? Like, the change in text, in like, you know, with the walking stick, you can feel how the ground feels. Having a change in the ground, to make it clear where the stairs start and stop. This was a design at a hotel in like New York. I've talked about this because I think that's so fucking cool and such a great idea. Or having seats in a line, or having quiet rooms, or quieter, like having a variety where there are areas that will be much less loud. And while you say you can't really, but having a guide for that even, I wish we could look at Morgan's Wonderland right now. Like I said, it's a Molly Burke video. Watch it on your own time if you have a chance. It's a very good video. Where she talks about how she couldn't go trick-or-treating as a kid. Because, you know, when she wanted to go with other kids, they would they will run ahead. And leave her behind. She obviously blind, so like you can't really do that, and so she wouldn't be able to really go trick-or-treating. And she'd feel bad because obviously everyone else would get dragged behind if they had to wait for her. And so my thought about that, and she talked about how they do trick-or-treating there. I know Disney does as well, but setting things up, I think, for disabled people, it doesn't even have to be solely for them, but having stuff made so that everyone can be included, because I know they have a few things, but they're by no means great at it. Most of the hair here is going to be covered. I actually don't need to draw this little bit of hair here. I'm wasting my time drawing this piece of hair. We will not be seeing it. We'll pretend we are for now, seeing any of this. We are not. Okay, so I kind of had the hair, not done. I don't know what the word to call this is. Lined. I gotta do the face now. We also gotta do the hands eventually, but yeah. They've done some things along the lines of not to be more inclusive to non-binary people, which we did push quite a bit. And so I say we had a part in it because unless there was a lot of other people bringing this up, which there might have been a few others, it seemed like a lot of the stuff they hadn't even thought about. So I'm giving myself credit. I'm giving my mom credit. We got here through, by the way, we got here through moms and Labubu's and Taylor Swift. So yeah. Huh. I'm done tickets. That's kind of great. Well, because like having to go these far distances, it's not possible for some kids, right? Yeah, I wish there was more stuff around that. Because it's possible. It's just a little bit of change in order to make these things more accessible. Like what you just suggested is a great idea. I don't like that eye. I might not draw it the way this person's drawn it. I actually don't know what the gender of the character I'm drawing is right now, and we're just gonna leave it. Because, I'm assuming they're non-binary. That's probably wrong, but they look very androgynous. At the zoo, then kids get tired, families had to leave, and get half the candy. That is... yeah. And I wonder if it's planned so that kids... if they're expecting kids to actually get all the stops, because I don't think so, but I agree with you. This is not what the eye's gonna look like. I just have to plot out where it's gonna be. Okay. Now let's get into the magical mystery of it. We're gonna have to use, some other things in order to make this the way we want it to look. But for now, we're just gonna not worry about that. That's why I chose to draw them for Art Fight, is because I thought, wow. And I want to redo my character design. I'll probably do that on stream, actually. because I want it to be, you know how it's really white right now? I want it to be Art Deco, because we all know from me repeatedly saying it, I really like Art Deco. It's my favorite design style, and it doesn't really have much to do with, like, there wasn't, I want the way the buildings looked, but on me. And I've seen that a few times, and some character designs, specifically Honkai Star Rail and Lucinda Lavish from Date Everything. And I want that. And I also want more eyeball and ring motifs, obviously. BioShock, does it have a good example? I'm sure it does. Because I'd like to see it in my character design. And I don't want to copy any designs that already exist. But I've been having trouble brainstorming what I'd be wearing. I don't know if the wings will stay. They might actually be gone completely. But I'd find another way to make it more obvious. I might actually try and do a half form. Obviously, I'd still use this model sometimes. But half. Kind of like an in-between state. A little bit human, a lot of it not. Mortal, I suppose. Not quite human. I haven't decided how we're doing these eyelashes. I assume I have an idea for them. For now, we're just gonna leave it blank until I can think about it. Hello! Thank you for the follow. This is... This is my first time streaming art. I will be doing it again, hopefully, because this is going really well so far as it wasn't about my art going well, because I know my art goes well. It goes bad too, but it was more so about I really appreciate it. Thank you. It was more so about if the way of streaming my screen would go okay, screen sharing, and it seems to be working so far. And if it stops working, then maybe this won't be viable, but yeah. I appreciate it. Thank you. I drew my model. Like I said, well, I guess you might have gotten that. I plan on redesigning him, but for now, this is the way he is. They do Art Deco environments, masquerade masks too. A big civil war broke out during New Year's. Oh! Feel free to explain. Also, hello, Drew! As well. And how do I say your name? I'm gonna assume it's Raziel, but I feel like that's wrong. So feel free to correct me. Yeah, we're gonna try and do these eyelashes. It's Dro? Hello, Dro. Oh yes, I can show myself, and then, yeah. So, I have a little bit of, I don't really have boob jiggle, so tomorrow we're doing the, what's it called, peak stream with, Melara. But, sorry for... And so, where am I? Here I am. I'll just go into VTube Studio and make myself bigger. Oh, I can't roll my arm. Oh, God. Then just say the letter. Okay, let me try again. I can't roll my R's. I don't know how. I speak French, so you would think I know how to roll my R's. I do not know how to roll my R's. I can't roll my R's. It's something that I haven't been able to do, and I wish I could. I did draw my own model. I did not rig it. I can't rig. I don't know how, but I can draw. At least I think, I guess that's up for interpretation whether or not I can draw. I assume we could, if you guys want to see some of my, we'll go through some. This is Zav. I did this recently for Art Fight. I hate that it looks less saturated on stream. And obviously our stream is a little more shitty than the actual quality of it. But I did this for Art Fight recently. This one I did for Binks. These are all way more saturated than they appear on stream, just so we're all aware. I did this one for someone I've never met before. She's also a VTuber, I believe. You can try, but if you don't wanna, Raz is also just fine. I'm so sorry. I can most definitely draw. I appreciate the reassurance. I'm majoring right now. I know people are gonna say, arts major, you're gonna be a professional producer or something, but I'm majoring right now in arts and design. I'm more of a oil painter than drawer. That sounds not how you say that, but I really appreciate it. Some of my art is less good. I just like to show some of that. Like some of this older stuff. This is Mel. This is Mel's PNG. I think this isn't that good. I mean, it's not bad. I just mean compared to my newer stuff, it's not amazing. But this is like, I guess, my progress. So I went from there to where I am now. Yeah. So I'll call you Raz then. I'm so sorry. You can draw, Aiko. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. I mean, I'm not, like I said, I'm more of an oil painter. And not to be like my art's so bad, because I know it's not. I just also know it's not at the level of, I don't know. Maybe it is. You know what art I don't feel slightly meh about? It's my paintings. I know they're good. So those are my thing. Which is funny because I unironically hate drawing backgrounds. If you've noticed, all the pieces I've shown you close up, I believe, have not had backgrounds. Some of them do, but they're really crap. Yeah. Possibly, but maybe I wouldn't be able to do it right now because I do not want to go through my iPad. Give me 1 second. I will make it so you guys can't see. I will find something and then I'll show you. I can. Give me 1 sec. This is my background. I drew this. I said I hate drawing backgrounds. There's a Discord too. Thank you so much. You bring up a great point, Marlo. I do have a Discord, and all of my art is in there, mostly. Not all of it. A lot of my art is in there. I post my art quite a bit. I have a portfolio channel where you can go through art I've made over just about all time. Not all time, that's a lie. Over recently. It includes some oil paintings in there, I believe, if you scroll up. There's quite a bit of oil painting. Yeah. So it's probably a better way for you guys to find. There isn't that many new ones. In fact, I'm glad we all agree on that. Yeah, they are. They are terrible. I love painting. I love painting places and things, but if I'm painting a person, I hate doing the background. I also don't know if I can show all my paintings on stream because there is nudity in some of them. I'll show my painting of my dog. That's a safe painting to show. This is one of my oil paintings. It is of my dog. His name is Miko. My dog is naked. Yep. Sorry, my bad, guys. So that's one of my oil I said I'm good at oil painting. I wasn't lying to you. I'm doing a degree in art and design, and am really good at, I think so. This is older though, this is not new. And there's actually an error that you guys can't see, but if I zoom in right here, you'll notice there's a little bit of pink behind the G and you're wondering why. Now I'm gonna tell you something that's gonna make you all have a, no he's not, he has a, you bring up a very good point, he does have his harness on. That's gonna be crazy to you all. It's that pink I just showed you, that is pink Sharpie that was under the painting. This is how I learned that never ever ever draw your outline for your paintings with Sharpie, because there are alcohol markers, they leak over time. So no matter what you do to try and seal it up, the Sharpie will always make it through. So that painting will not last a really, really long time. It will eventually, when I die, it will be dead too. I mean, even now, a lot more of the marker has gotten through than it had at that point. And I could keep patching it up, but it will always, that bitch always wins. Exactly. The Sharpie will always soak. And that was a lesson I learned, because I remember my professor telling me, yeah, you're not going to be able to fix that. And, you know, that was, yeah, I did that one for class. I do a lot of nude people and a lot of political, paintings, because I care about that stuff. But yeah. You've done it too. I'm so glad we've all had this horrible experience that is Sharpie. Yep. Oh my god. Okay. Hi, Suda! Arting goes really well. We're thinking about doing this. I'm thinking this would be our Wednesdays thing. Which is not what we're doing tomorrow. But I'm thinking it's going to be our Wednesdays thing from now on. Whereas our horror will just be on Sundays like normal. I don't like that. I think the eyelashes cover too much. Do you guys agree with that? I think I need to have them cover less on this one. On the other side, I think they're fine. Sorry for making it go... This, I do it in real life too. We're gonna be flipping this art piece like 15 times in a row, where I'll just start... If you have vertigo, maybe this isn't the stream for you. I bring that up because I'll just like spin it. I don't know why. I'll just start spinning the drawing for no reason. I know it's Tuesday. I'm aware. I meant from now on. This was a test. Dude, it's so funny when motherfuckers like art isn't political. Yeah, do you actually want to hear... Okay, so I study art history. They do have a slightly sleepy look, and I don't have to follow the reference exactly. It's just so I know what their model looks like. And I think I'm going to try and capture that in mind, and we'll see if I get it, and if I don't, well, it's an art fight piece, so it's okay. It's not a commission. But I would love to get it right. Thank you. I love yapping. It is my passion in life. So... let me see what we were talking about, and I'll get there. Art isn't political. Oh, I'm going to teach you something. That's actually going to be kind of interesting. I guess trigger warning for fascism. You're wondering why. And it's because we're about to talk about futurism. I don't know if anyone here in this class knows anything about futurism. Class, this is a class now. I am now your teacher. It's nice to meet you all. I'm Teacher Aiko. Sorry for looking down while drawing. Side theater was outright banned at one point in history. That's not that surprising. I mean, I haven't studied theater. So my minor is in drama because there's something wrong with me. And, you know, the really unemployed minor. And I don't actually regret it because I like doing drama because I feel like it can help people. Which is true. I got to volunteer with seniors to do improv, which was life-changing, honestly. Of course, go to the washroom if you must, Suda. So, where and in university, you actually don't ask. This is not a high school class. This is a university level class. They never teach you about this in high school. So we were going around. Where were we at the time? We were in. Let me think. Bologna. We were in Bologna. Honestly, I'm glad. We all, yeah, there you go. A master's is also wild, but I don't know. I think it's worthwhile. Like, it's not worthwhile as in the degree doesn't get you much, but you learn. Okay, so if you get a degree for the point of getting a piece of paper, you don't get much. If you get a degree for the point of not getting a degree, but learning, you get lots. It just depends on why you're doing this, you know? I think lots of the art students, they're not trying to learn, I feel like. And that's, if you're not here to learn, then there's no point in doing this degree. It's going to get you nothing. Other than a degree, I guess. Maybe you can get a job with that. But I feel like sometimes I do care about what your degree is. So maybe not. But basically, we went to this hotel. And this is where we learned about what I would call the fucking definitely not but one of the fucking craziest men in history. Not Mussolini, surprisingly, but some other guy. I can't remember the name of it right now, because I don't care to, because he had bad opinions. He wrote a manifesto on Futurism, which is a type of art. You guys might have seen Futurism before, or a Futurism art piece. If not, feel free to Google some Futurism art pieces. You'll get a lot of stuff that isn't the popular stuff, though. So, there are some pieces that are very good. I wrote an entire paper on this, actually, for my political science class. It's funny because this wasn't a political science class, also an art history class in Italy, but I learned about this. Basically, the idea of futurism was viewing, it's still a big thing, viewing technology as the only way humans can advance. Technology matters more than people. We have to, I know he said, in his manifesto, he says that we have to basically get rid of libraries, museums, history, teachers, a bunch of other shit. And he also talks about destroying feminism. His actual words. And then fascism happened after this man wrote this. I would like to tell you. And now I'm not saying it was him completely, but I am saying, well, he wasn't so important necessarily to Mussolini. They weren't not, if that makes sense. It's the dumbest shit you've ever heard. It gets worse. So the hotel that we're speaking of, they have a restaurant that in honor the first ever futurist art exhibition was held in the basement of this hotel. And so they renamed one of their restaurants after this guy in honor of that at the 100th year anniversary. Bro would have thrived on Twitter. Literally, they talk about whether or not there's an article you can find about whether or not Elon Musk is a futurist, and it is very much reflective of the futurist movement. I don't think they actually did anything useful. They even made cookbooks. It was supposed to be like a way of life, not just yeah, it was crazy, I'll be honest with you. Learning about this, I mean, not everyone was crazy, though, just to clarify. Well, there are some futurist artists who weren't fascists. The entire idea of futurism. I'll explain it the way I explained it to my teacher. Actually, let me show you something quickly. No, I won't. I just thought about it. I'm not going to. In my paper, I touch on something very specific. I'll show you the artworks. No, I will. I was thinking about not, but I'll show you them, and then we'll continue with drawing. Quick break, I suppose. I'll change the name of my paper so I don't dox myself, and then I will show you the paper. Because it has images in it, not to show you my writing. To show you my images, I'm going to do that real quick. Okay, so this is by one of the really famous artists of futurism. Basically, the ideas of these pieces are that it's kind of like a lot of them encapsulate movement, and I talk about this. Like this one encapsulates the violence of basically pushing with this very mechanical what's the word? It's the thing London did with all the coal factories when they became not mechanical. I can't find it right now, but this is basically the idea of that, of things becoming this automated industrialization as a way forward. And so it's really interesting to look at some of these pieces where I argued, I basically played a fun game of arguing whether or not these artists were fascist. Yeah. And so that was something I learned this summer. It's something very interesting, I believe, actually. I think it's interesting, at least. I know some people probably won't, but you know what we could do right now before I continue drawing this hand? I was going to do friendly fire. I chose not to do friendly fire. I actually am not going with her exact pose. I originally chose it for the hands. I'll be honest with you. Solid Yap topic, 8.5 out of 10. I'm glad you guys found it interesting to learn a little. I know I could have yapped better or more or explained the art piece better. There's also one that I didn't include in my final that was really cool. It's of this little dog. It's not fascist at all. It's a dog going on a walk, and it's about movement. So they're not all fascist, but they can be if they're about things that are in the manifesto more than just a movement, if that makes sense. Yeah, so now you guys have seen how I've gotten here. I used an actual model to framework out my hands and my pose, but I ended up changing the head position and a couple other things. So yeah. I don't know how good I'm going to make this hand, mostly because fuck hands. But they're front and center, so I have to make them not bad, you know? They gotta be like... I have clubbed thumbs. That's another reason we needed a reference for this. For models, what do you mean? So it depends. So that was a Pinterest image. I don't normally do this. All my other images, I'll show you another time lapse. Are usually from my head. I make the poses up myself. They don't exist. For this one, I actually found a model. You didn't see much you're also drawing? Honestly, you don't need to see it. But I used Pinterest for her because, which you shouldn't do. If you're looking to get a model, I know how to draw hands, theoretically. I learned about it in school. But Unsplash.com is a really good place because you're able to use those images. They're copyright free. I recommend that. I don't recommend what I did for this one, but since it's not for money and it was only for goofy times, it's fine. This is just the time lapse of my last piece. It's gonna take a little while, but we'll let it play. I usually model myself as well, but it is a website. If you have weird thumbs like me and you need to model hands, great for stuff like that. And it's great for, it's great. It's a great site. So I highly recommend. They have lots of different images on it. The point is for artists. I'll let this play and then we'll go back to drawing. It is like 5 minutes of time lapse, but I think it's interesting to look at. With the low quality screen share, it's a little fuzzy, but I'm not too bothered by that. Oh yeah, look at me drawing the beautiful zipper. Which I, by the way, spent quite a bit of time on. Because every minute is an entire hour, so that means every second is a minute. So normally what I do is I put the image in here so I can color drop from the image. Not always. Sometimes I make my own images, but if it's if I want specific colors, I will pull the image. For like skin tone, for example. Or if it's something very important. Especially because VTubers have color palettes. And if we zoom forward a little, when I put down most of the flat colors. A 30-second version of this exists on TikTok, but I feel like you lose a lot of the I don't know what to call it. Oomph? I don't think that's the word I'm looking for. Oh, you think it will be funny if I learn how to draw hands? It's funny because especially, I think I actually did that on one specifically. I'll show you which one it was. We'll skip through closer to the end to get our final details in. And then I'll show you the one I did that on. There's no photo of me in it, but I used myself as a reference image on the side like this one here. Yeah, and those are my final details on this. Oh, I haven't done the tail yet. Well, let me do the tail and then... There we go. So, this one, the only reason I was able to get that arm right, and I don't have boobs. I'm a man. I have no boobs. But I had to take my shirt off to get my muscles. Oh no, I was talking about not what you said, Raz, but what Suda said. If I learn, like, Reed Richards' 4 hand sign. And now I'm thinking, now I want to know what that is, which we don't have time for right now. We got to get back to drawing, because if I was drawing without you guys, I would be a lot further along. I just get distracted easily sometimes. It's a part of the Aiko charm. Oh no, you're all good. What do you guys think of our Nintendo music? Because it's copyright free, and since I stream on 2 platforms, I only ever look at Twitch chat. The only reason I stream on the other platform is for the saved VODs. Because I know, I do actually vaguely know how to draw hands, because I was forced to learn this in high school. I say vaguely because no one's confident in their hand drawing. But I'll look at my own hand. Plenty. Yeah, but I set up and took images of myself. I don't have a big enough mirror to... Well, I guess I do. I just didn't think about that until right now. I had to do that once for a self-portrait I did for school, but... You guys get to watch me redraw a line repeatedly. No, in art class, I used to sit next to my classmates and I would yap at them. We talked about Fruit Basket once, I remember this. Lots of other stuff too. You know, that's an interesting story about my high school. I wanted to have a rainbow, and I was the one who picked to paint the mural, or to design and run the painting group of the mural for my grad class. And, kids were complaining that it was too gay, mostly because they wanted to be it was jealousy, let's be honest. It wasn't really that gay, but there was a rainbow in it. Because I was basing it off of child novel artists. It's not a great piece. I'm not going to show you it. And so, while I was allowed to draw queer people and have flags on them, I wasn't allowed to have a rainbow encircling everyone because that was too gay. But it wasn't meant to be gay. It was just a fucking rainbow because I like rainbows. And I would like to point that out. It's fantastic. Reed putting 4 fingers right up next to the camera. Honestly, that is kind of funny. Oh no, I don't do either. I don't normally do... What I did for this one was a unique thing. I don't normally do that. Oh, I did the... That is not what I want to do here. What I normally do, believe it or not, is I'll take a photo and I'll put it up like this one, this reference image here. And then I'll just look at it while I'm drawing. I don't actually put out the shapes. I've done it before, but because that's what we're taught to do in school, but I don't do it often. I had some gay rock candy right now. It's just rock candy, but rainbow. It's gay. My school says that rock candy is too gay to be on the wall. Or they're not my school anymore, but it was my school before I graduated. It's too gay to be on the wall, and that there's sometimes too much representation. Those were actual words said to me. The trans kid, who was never represented in anything ever, was told that having a rainbow was too much representation. Damn refractive light after rain and shine with their gayness. Exactly. Okay, my answer was no, neither of those. It's like what I'm doing right now. You know how my reference image of the person's right next to me? For poses, normally I don't do what I did for this one, which is put stuff over it. I would put them to the side. But for this one, I chose to do differently, mostly for hand placement. Because I thought I was going to fuck it up. No, I knew I was going to fuck it up. I didn't think. I knew I'd fuck it up otherwise. So I was being kind to myself for once in my life. But normally I wouldn't do that, no. Or make shapes or anything. Rock candy is gay. Rainbow does not necessarily equal gay. It does. You should talk to God was also, the Bible's also, there are rainbows in the Bible, and that's really gay. In fact, you should talk to my principal at the time. Rainbows are gay. You're all wrong. They're always gay. They cannot be anything else. They're not even light, actually. It's just the rain and the light being gay in the sky.
How will you sleep at night?
You came in at a really funny time. Hello, Shaggy!
Next to my wife.
Oh, God. I'll sleep at night next. I don't have a wife, just so we're all aware. But if I did, that is how I would sleep at night. Next to my wife. We're chilling out right now. How are you doing? Posture check. Oh, you bring up oh, thank you. Oh no, I know. Don't say sorry to be political. This is the time to be political. It is the dumbest thing that's ever been said to me. Thank you for the posture check though, because I really needed that because I was hunching. And sitting back in my chair drawing is easier than leaning forward and ruining my neck. Exactly, you get it. I'll show you a photo of Pyramid Head, and that is my wife. I learned that he's an executioner last time we were playing. He's the executioner. And he is tied in greatly with Judgment. And I am an angel of Judgment. Literally, I'm a Thrones. They are the cosmic judges of the universe. Shuda, you weren't there last time. Pyramid Head's your wife? Hey, why can't we share, Raz? Calm down. Calm down, Raz. We could share Pyramid Head. But I'd like to say I'm a better match because I'm literally an angel of judgment. But we're allowed to share baby girls. There's no problem with that. I have no issue with sharing my baby girls with you guys. I'm his actual hubby. You're his work husband. How dare you? You know what? Actually, I'll take that. I'll take being Pyramid Head's work husband. It was funny because Amber came in. That is I have, actually. Amber came in and we were in the middle of watching, spoiler alert, for Silent Hill 2. Maybe plug your ears and go to the washroom or something for half a minute. She came in when Maria was dying and was like, "Oh yes, I would bang Pyramid Head." And we watched Maria get brutally murdered right after she said that. I'm not joking. I wish I was. It was really fucking funny. It was so funny. I'm a work divorce at my job. Oh my god. What other wives do I have? I guess this is technically two people, but okay, I have a few. The twins from Outlast. I know that one's wild. I'm aware that one's really wild. They're also my wife. I know I'm listing grown ass men right now, okay? There aren't that many horror wifeys. Scary woman from Blair Witch, who, she would be my wifey, but she murdered my dog. Do you want to know why? This is embarrassing. So, they're very darkly lit. And I can't help myself. I was like, I wonder if they're wearing pants. And live on stream, I zoomed in. They were not wearing pants. But they're I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that on stream. I'll think it. Attractive. And also hunting us to murder us. And those two things, damn, they really get me going. Oh yeah. I meant what I said. Yeah, that happened on stream, which is fine because it wasn't on purpose. I haven't yet. Is it good? I've heard it's really good. Oh yeah, more of my, let's talk about more of my wives. I also agree with that statement. But, oh, I did say that? That's great, because I believe that. So, if someone wants to put that in the quotes channel on Discord, feel free. But, basically, where was I going? The Blair Witch lady, she can murder our dog, and because of that, I can't give it to her. But if she wasn't trying to kill our dog, I could give it to her. The Scream guys are also, they can also get it. The original Scream. And also, in the newer Scream, the girls can also get it. But Billy and Stu are forever my favorite. Oh my god, that is a great point. You bring up the best wives ever. Also made me realize I'm not hitting all my ops to my full potential like Lex Luthor can. I feel like I need to watch it right now. Feeling windful hitting on my... I really like that. I like that. That's a really funny way to put whatever the fuck Lex Luthor has going on. Let's fix this finger, because what the fuck is wrong? It looks like I broke it or something. I could just make it straight. That's what my mom said. And it didn't, you know, when she was making kids. That sounded really weird, and I don't want anyone to take it weird because I did not mean it the way it came out. With the same bipanic? No, I have it. Trust me. Thank you for the posture check. I don't know what it looked like, but I'm sure I did it. It's when I lean forward and then boom. That's it. I have to lean back in my chair or else I'll never be able to look at anything ever again. My neck muscles weren't made for this. Yeah, we're just doing line art right now. People say what they like about my art isn't the line art. They say it's the, I don't know what the fuck they say. Ask people. They say it's the rendering. But people can suck it. Okay, I'll say this isn't a hear me out. This is a standard one. The Xenomorph. I feel like the twins are a good hear me out. Because look at them. Google an image of them right now and look at them and tell me that's not a good hear me out. Because no one agrees with me on that. No one on the internet agrees with me on that. That is just me. Let me think. I mean, I have a bad one. The Outlast twins I mentioned earlier. I think they're a good example. But, if you want to look, you've seen them before, I'm sure. But to look at their faces in well-lit lighting. Twins from Outlast. But, other than the twins, let me think of my hear me outs. I mean, I like Monty Gator. But that's not really a hear me out. That's just suspicious. You should lurk, Shaggy. I'm so sad. Sad? I feel so bad you're here right now. There aren't any women hear me outs? I mean, I'm trying to think of a good one for you. I gotta have something, right? It can't just be... There's no way I don't. But nothing's coming to mind off the dome, you know? I know. I'm not impressed with my answer either. Give me some time. Give me your hear me outs. Even though I've made some really bad ones on stream, I will mention. I just can't tell you what they are right now. While playing horror, I have said hear me out for... Marlo can back me up on this one. For quite a few characters, and... anytime something's trying to kill me, it's usually a hear me out, I'll be honest. And that's something we shouldn't quote. Where are you finding this art? I'm not saying to send it to me, but... What? Who said that? But there is, how I judge if it's popular is if I can find fanfic on it. If I can't find fanfic on it, do you want to hear a really bad one, which I no longer feel, but when I was a teenager I felt? It's really bad, and it's bad not because it's not a human, but because of something else. This might be. I can check for you right now. Nope, it's Bramble Blast, Donkey Kong Country 2. Google it inside out of it. How I judge it is on whether or not there's a lot of fan fiction on it on Tumblr. If there's not, that means it's not actually that popular. But what I do have to say, this one is really bad. It's really bad because I now no longer agree with this. I mean, I never did. I always knew it was bad. But, oh, I shouldn't say this. Deadass won't live this one down. I no longer feel this way, to clarify. But I used to think that evil Captain America, aka Homelander, was hot when I was a kid. When I was a teenager, like 17. But, and you're like, what? No, I mean like all the, because he's a freaking, actually bad. It's not like with serial killers where it's normal. It's like you watch the show and you're like, yeah, I hate this guy. And everyone just about hates him because he's literally a fascist. But as a 17-year-old, I was like, hot damn. And then I grew up. I was, not because I agreed with him, obviously. I'd be murdered by that man. But, yeah. That was one. And I feel embarrassed about that one. I feel like the amount of shame I feel for that, considering I don't feel shame for my monster, I'm not going to say that, behaviors. No, I will. I'm pretty open about it. The fact that I'm ashamed of a man is kind of funny. I never liked Stormfront like that, though, which is great, honestly. Oh, yes. That got deleted, where random people went and typed in internet checkpoint. Oh, that's actually so great. No, I love that. I'll read it out for you. And embarrass you in front of the class. I'm kidding, I'm kidding. Sorry, this is completely off topic about Aiko's favorite fictional lovers, but yeah, this song is also used in a YouTube channel that got deleted called Tai777. Random people went to it and typed internet checkpoint with the data when they commented and talked about how they were doing in life. It's really wholesome of people cheering everyone on. It's sad that you said it's deleted. That's so sad. That is very wholesome. I wonder why it got deleted. It was probably for a stupid reason. I hope it was at least the account's choice and not something else. This is too far down. I misinterpreted my own sketch wrong. Everyone ignore that for a sec. Honestly, that's a fine hear me out. That's better than my hear me out because that's not even that bad. Like, go off. Live your best life. I mean, obviously I had cartoon characters that I thought were hot, but they're not really hear me outs. So it's funny because they won't copyright like a Twitch stream. I won't get copyright striked, but I get my least favorite case of a company being soulless is actually the Spider-Man thing that happened with the little boy's grave. That one was pretty bad. The little boy died and family wanted to put Spider-Man on his grave, but Disney wouldn't let them. Which is also wild, by the way, because it's fucking Spider-Man. Like, you're worried about him being associated with death, but Spider-Man's already, I hate to say it, like, he might not outright murk people, but superheroes. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? I'm looking at that now. I thought it was a ribbon, but now I'm looking at it and it's just 3 squiggles. And not to insult the person who drew this, but what is that? Oh, okay. We're going upside down. Yeah, imagine copywriting some kid's grave. That's fucking wild to me. Well, we're gonna make it a bunny bow because they didn't, and I think that was a missed opportunity. I could draw this bow better. Am I going to? No. Because it's small, and that would be a waste of time. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm all done with my hear me outs. I don't have that many. Well, I do probably. I just can't think of them off the dome. That's not how I work. We'd have to experience them personally, you know? It happens on stream quite a bit. We have to be experiencing it for it to come up. We will be experiencing hear me outs openly, and I will say it. You know what's a really good hear me out? That one thing in Silent Hill, not Pyramid Head, the mouth thing. That would be a good hear me out for someone. Or the double leg thing. I don't know, the nurse is kind of hot. But the mouth thing is a good one. Because it's not even, it's horrible. But what that mouth do? The number 9? What does that even mean? What is the number 9? The number 9? You mean literally the number 9? Oh my god, you mean actually the number 9. That's crazy, Suda. I love how I'm acting like that's crazy. You know what a real hear me out would be? If someone listed like some horrible person who did horrible things and was like, hear me out, but... And I'm sure, actually never mind, that's real. I just thought about that. But they're like crazy people. I just remembered that there are girlies on TikTok who are like, Ted Bundy, and that's really disgusting. So I take back what I just said. It's fictionally funny. Because I was thinking more like global superpowers, you know? Like politicians who are absolutely horrible people. And I think that's who maybe don't even exist now, and I think that's funny. I do not think glorifying murder is funny, which is funny because talking about all the hot fake murderers are hot, real ones are not. Just got back from grilling. Ah, what'd you grill? I agree, thank you. I don't agree with that at all, actually. It makes me feel kind of sick to my stomach. And it's like so disrespectful. I actually only like these characters in fiction because they're like little freaks. Lego Batman gift. My reading comprehension's being tested with that one. I never crush on anyone in the movies, but the only person to get me blushing in movies, the only person to get me blushing and giddy like that, Lego Batman gif. Oh, is the Lego Batman gift in the cinema chair. Like like the gif. Get you as giddy as a gif of Lego Batman in the chair. Yeah. Is this Supergirl in 2023 the Flash movie? Honestly, that's valid. I think it's really funny that we're all bonded together by women. That seems to be the ongoing theme here. While monsters are cool, the only thing that gets me as hyped as monsters and fictional crazy people is women. Highly recommend. 10 out of 10. Holy Mother of Shrimp. Okay, let me... This is a really weird outfit, by the way. No hate, it just is. It's cool, it's just weird. You know what I've never heard anyone say "hear me out" for? And I wouldn't say it either. Thanos. I'm sure some people, because I'm sure that exists. But, and I'm not going to search it up now that I've said it. I don't believe that. I don't think that. But I was just thinking about Marvel villains and if I would have a hear me out for any of them. And then I was like, imagine if someone was like, hear me out, Thanos. And I don't agree with that one. But I haven't heard that. I've heard no one. He's not hot, I'll be honest with you. He's not hot. We all deserve better than Thanos. I know, I'm sure I have too. You understand? That's crazy. That's wild. No, I can't even call you guys out for this. I say that's crazy and that's wild, but I don't know. I'm pretty. I can't say that much. Yeah. I know it's a thing. But I don't know if it's because of him, because it's usually with the Avengers. Korn. So I know that exists of him. The thing, you mean like, I would need a photo of this. If you're in the Discord, like I said, I think you might be Suda. I'm not sure if you are. If you're in the Discord, send... Oh shit. No one saw that? I didn't just accidentally flip my iPad. Here, I'll type it for you. ! Discord, and you get the link to join. I'm glad that none of us know. It's not an easy thing to do off the dome. I feel like I'd have to think about this for a while. I've said some questionable characters, but I can't just like off the dome be like, here are... Or I've said, ooh, I'd hit that for some questionable characters, but off the dome I couldn't just be like, yeah, these are my questionable... But I do think the Thanos one, I don't think, it's not usually people being like, oh, Thanos is hot. It's usually people being like, ah, yeah, big strong man gets either domed or doms the Avengers. And I don't think that counts as a hear me out, because that's a kink. That's not the same as being like, ah, fuck, that person is hot. Everyone, for your hear me out, send them to gaming and just send photos of the characters. Don't send any adult content, just the characters, and I'll check them out after stream, because I think I want to see these characters. I can't give live reactions to them, but oh no, it stopped. Okay, see, told you guys this was gonna happen. Give me 1 second, I'm gonna get it working again. It actually went for quite a while without issue. That's why this is a test, by the way. There we go. bandages too. We'll come back to... I should continue the line art. I shouldn't come back to it. I should continue it. But I want to just come back to it. But I know it takes longer if I don't finish the line art, because then I have to redo everything. But I never... I don't like going in an order, but going in an order does me a favor. And you're wondering what favor going in order does me, and it actually ends up saving time. Because then there won't be mistakes we have to go back and fix. Okay, like I said, Discord's perfect for this. I wanna see them. I don't know if that's a good one, but I'll let you propose it. I'm not sure. I can't off the dome a lot of these characters. I feel like if it's a real hear me out, I shouldn't be able to know who you're talking about, you know? I should be at least a little confused. By the way, you shouldn't leave gaps like that when you're doing line art. I know that. I'm aware of this. This is something I'm very aware of. Do I do it anyways? Yeah. You're not supposed to, because it makes it harder, at least in the comic book making process. It makes it harder when it's sent to someone else for coloring, for them to color it. Because they can't tell where you want color and where you don't want color always. And sometimes it looks weird. So... Sorry for being hyper zoomed on what I'm drawing on. This is just how the coin flips. Yep, do it in the gaming channel. Because I'm assuming most of these characters are from games or movies. Yep, that is a valid place to... My intonation sounded like Donald Trump for a minute there. Yep, put it in the gaming channel. The best gaming channel there ever was. Sorry, my bad. I wonder if he always sounded like that. I'm not gonna check, but... No other Discord server has a better gaming channel than this gaming channel. I can't do it perfectly. It's something that sometimes just happens. What I mean by that is I'll sometimes just sound like him. I don't mean like actually, like not... I caught my mic, I almost knocked it over. Not my voice. But I mean, the way I breathe and then speak sometimes really is just uncanny. I mean, general is fine. I'm assuming you couldn't put images, it wasn't working. I know this isn't Undertale because it's Nintendo, but it sounds so much like it. Have I ever even played Deltarune? What is a Deltarune? You ask a valid question, Suda, other than the fact that I'm very confused as to what you're talking about. It sounds familiar. I've never played that, I don't think, unless it's secretly FNAF, but I feel like I've just committed an atrocity by saying that. I've never played it! I have heard of it, but I've never played it. Okay, well, leave that. What's under all this straw? Is that what we're calling this? What is straw? I have no clue what you're talking about, to be honest. I kind of love that about myself, though. I can be confused. It's okay. I'm saluting you. You can't see it, but that was me saluting you. So have a good meal. I do not have hand rigging, sadly, because I'm very expressive with my hands. You know, it'd be crazy to rig a 2D model to have 3D movement. It'd really just be animating at that point. It'd be kind of cool to like make it so you could just completely turn. You'd have to draw more, obviously. You wouldn't be able to do it the way rigging's done now, but... I was reading that in my head, and then, fuck, you got me with that. You missed her. I can't believe you missed him. If you go back to the VODs, which do exist, we got him deadass murdering someone like 1 or 2 hours into our gameplay. He chased us, and I wanted to turn around, but the internet told me not to. To just keep going forward. Fucking hate line art, I'll be honest with you. Apparently I just hate art. I don't like backgrounds, I don't like line art. What do I like? I don't hate line art. I like doing line art when I'm allowed to color in between my line art. But I put this rule on, okay, we'll come back to drawing the line art. Fuck that, we're not listening to some fictional rule. Now we're gonna color match by guessing. Are you blue? NB, are you blue? You look like this color? Yeah. That is not a base brush, by the way. I can't believe your stupid joke made me laugh. It was very funny to me. We are gonna have to go back and erase some of the line art, I know. I'm just not doing that until I've colored it. You might have to rewrite that because I am trying to read it properly and I'm troubling. I like when I can, without doing any work. Oh, that makes sense. I like when, without doing any work, I can Bluetooth my idea to paper / my iPad. Do you mean AirDrop? Explain in more detail. I worked really hard to understand what you were saying. And I'm proud of myself that I got it. I sure hope not. I hope the air doesn't drop either, honestly. I always think it's funny when I do random ass streams and more people show up than my scheduled streams, and it never makes any sense. Not always, it's just a thing that happens sometimes. It's a happy coincidence. But I do have times you can guaranteed see me. It's like having something there when you want it versus it being there at a scheduled time. Here we go. It will be pretty eventually, guys. We just gotta give it time. I want to make this one more saturated, which is funny because it's very not. But I really like it when my art is really saturated. I should zoom in so you guys can see better. Okay. This sounds like an Omari song. I'm noticing through listening to this Nintendo music that a lot of it sounds really similar to I hope I didn't say Mario. I meant Omari. It sounds similar to other games. I'm sure it probably came first, but it's just crazy. And it's like a coincidence. It's not. Because it's always just something small. But, yeah. So let's erase some of the line art now. I said I was going to wait, but I'm a liar. So let's just... We'll have to go back in with the coloring to clean it up. My line art for this one's kind of sketchy. But, honestly, that's okay. I'm fine with having sketchy line art. Because like I said, this is an art fight piece. This isn't a... Yeah, like some real sketchy line art. Like, look at that shit. Well, that's really bad. You guys let that happen. Do you feel ashamed of yourself? You let me do this. How dare you? Chat looked at that and saw that and didn't say anything. I'll fix this. Can you guys tell I'm getting more chilled out now? It was really yappy. Now I'm yapping a little less. We're getting into the GIF of things. You know what? That's not at all what I want to say, but we're getting into the GIF of things, folks. I want to see Fantastic Four. I've been getting back into Marvel, so I was probably one of the really big, not comic book completely. I do have a small collection compared to crazy people's of comic books, but I was a pretty massive Marvel fan for a long time there. Like a long time. And sometimes I'll fall out of it for a bit, but for some reasons I always come back, just like Afton. William P. Afton. I don't think there's a P in his name, but there is now. What are you gonna do? Tell me I'm wrong? Psst. Okay. I'm really excited for that one. If it's bad, though, I will not be saying it's fantastic. If anything, I'm a truther. Pedro Pascal better come through for me. A lot of people are in love with that man, and considering he seems to have decently good opinions about things, I understand. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of the Marvel movies, they've started to bring it back. So Captain Marvel as a kid was my favorite. I'm talking about comics. I'm not even talking about, because as a kid, she didn't have a movie yet until I was a teenager. Anyways, her second movie, I believe it was her second one. Maybe, was it second? Yeah, I believe it's her second one. Her second movie is really bad, from what I've heard. I haven't gone to see it because I couldn't ruin that for myself like that. Yeah. Yeah, so I haven't seen it. But there are some I have seen that I've really disliked of the new. I can't believe they wasted their first gay character on the fucking Elementals movie, by the way. And I do believe they did Loki dirty by explaining away female Loki the way they did. But that's mostly because I was like gender fluid Loki. And then, no, we didn't get that. Which is valid, but I low-key hoped. I was like, that'd be fun. That'd be kind of crazy, actually. As far as Marvel movies go, I mean, obviously they hit it really well with the newest Spider-Man. That one was really good. But I feel like the Ruffalo twins, or whatever they are, some of their movies they've been making have been really shitty. Like, I surprisingly didn't hate Love and Thunder. It was like, so bad it was good, if that makes sense. And I feel the same way about some of the other stuff. But I don't feel that way about most of the new Marvel stuff. Like, the new Guardians of the Galaxy movie, I liked it. I think it could have been better, but I liked it. Let me think of a really bad one that I really didn't like. Some of the TV shows were... I didn't like WandaVision. A lot of people really like that. I did not like that one. Oh, the Doctor Strange movie! That was so bad! I hated that one. And we'd have to look at a list of them. They've made quite a few bad ones recently, which is not normal for them. Yeah, and DC's been making better and better movies. They've been less shitty than they used to be. Do you want one? Because I'll do it right now. Give me one sec. I'll pull up a list on my computer for myself, and I'll go through the titles. So, while I draw. I don't know if there's one all the way up to Ironheart. Okay, there is one. I don't know if this actually has all of them, but I'll go through it with you guys. Okay, do you guys want me to screen share this? Fuck it. I'll let my iPad cool down a little. And I'll plug it in. And while that's taking a minute, we'll do a tier list. Which I guess is just chatting. And then we'll continue drawing a little. Since this is really a just chatting stream where I also draw. We'll switch back to art in a moment here. Just chatting. They changed the thing for just chatting. Okay, let me make it so you guys can see what I see. Window capture. Okay. There are gonna be ads, but we're just gonna ignore them. We gotta move it under me, I know. Give me one sec. Okay. Readjusting my camera. Moving soon? We got you. Oh, God. Okay. I've consumed almost all of it. There's some new ones I haven't finished yet. But I'll start with... We haven't seen Fantastic Four yet, so we can't. Ironheart, so far... Okay. Thunderbolts is... Oh, no. We should start with my favorite Marvel movies. Okay. Let me think of how we're going to rate this. I believe this one was pretty bad. Okay. Let me go through the ones I hate the most first. Dark Worlds. You guys can judge me. I'm fine with that. I have not seen Echo, no clue what the fuck that is. I've seen Secret Invasion, it was fine. That's like a C tier. It was not bad, it wasn't good. They had the fucking AI intro too. It was C tier. It was fine. It wasn't good. It wasn't bad. It was fine. Thunderbolts was S tier. I think I can give them that. I really enjoyed that movie. Was it S tier or was it A tier? We'll put it A for now. Captain America Brave New World was B. It was good. It was a good movie. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed Captain America Brave New World. It wasn't bad. It was better. Yeah, it's an S tier movie. It was better than it could have been. It was like, you know, a B. We got a gambling ad? Oh god. What if? Okay, Agatha All Alone. I haven't seen that. Haven't seen that one. Oh, the holiday special? Fuck yeah. I enjoyed the holiday special. I'm a Guardians of the Galaxy nut job, so I would like to tell you that I'm putting this here. It doesn't belong here. Thank you. I enjoyed it though. Loki was very good. I would say this is A. A B was very good. It was a very good show. We'll put it B for now. We'll move it if we have to. This does not belong here. We're just gonna put it in. We'll put it B for now. It's not that memorable. I can't remember it. So if I can't remember it, you know what? It should go down lower. Because I've seen Love and Thunder. Like I said, it was okay. I also feel like my mom really loved Wakanda Forever. It was okay. It was not. It wasn't. It was okay. Falcon and the Winter Soldier. That was an okay TV show as well. I didn't hate that. I feel like they just you know, like the Beanie Babies thing? That's what they did, but with Marvel movies. Thor Ragnarok at the time was S tier. And the reason why, let me explain this one, is because maybe A tier, because I should put some things in A, is because they have been, and it's the same reason Thunderbolts are. They were producing a bunch of mid to bad movies. And then they made Thunderbolts, which was really good. Same with Thor Ragnarok. For not movies in general, but for they were not doing good on Thor movies. They're making a lot of shit ones, or they made one shit one, and no one was expecting great things. So it was nice, you know. Endgame was obviously Infinity War and Endgame both get to go next year. Because they were very well done. Wherever Infinity War is, I don't see it here. It's somewhere here. We'll find it later. Far From Home. That was another really good one. Okay, Thor Love and Thunder. I enjoyed the movie. But it wasn't a good. I enjoyed it because I enjoyed it in spite of what it was. So it can go see. It can sit there and enjoy itself. Getting to include Deadpool and Wolverine's pretty great. Eternals, oh, that was shit. That was absolute shit fest to watch. Are not the highest rating movies. You have to go through 23 other movies to get the true experience to get them. So it's a hard task for a new person wanting to see them. I think you're right. I think they aren't us. Because for Thunderbolts, I can go in without having any other knowledge of what's going on and enjoy that. Spider-Man Far From Home. If I saw the fucking Spider-Man movies when I was a kid, if I'm an older person, the other ones, or even at my own age, if I knew the other Spider-Mans, and then I saw this one, not Far From Home. I put the wrong Spider-Man there. Far From Home's fine. That's not the one I'm looking for. Where's my Spider-Man? I don't even know if all the movies are here. I'm sure they are. Just having troubles. There's Infinity War. I'm looking for this. No Way Home is what I was looking for. No Way Home is S. Far From Home was good. It was not. It wasn't amazing. I think that's how I think good is like, these are good. I don't think these are bad movies or TV shows. I think these are very good. But I don't think they're deserving of an experience that I couldn't get anywhere else. You're right. I think you're right about that. I think for someone as into it as me, they were very good, but for someone else, they might not be. WandaVision, I did not like that show. I know it's very popular with a lot of people. I really didn't like it. I watched Hawkeye with my family. It was a fun show to watch. It's a C. It's not bad. Black Widow, that was a good movie, I'd say generally. I don't care about what other people think. I'm saying what I think. I did not like the movie. I enjoyed the movie. Let me get into my favorites, actually. That's probably the best way to do this, right? Is to put my favorites up and go from there. Okay, I'm putting this F. I haven't seen it because I'm pretty sure it ruins my childhood. So it goes F tier. Unbiased, Black Panther is definitely S tier. The reason why I say that is because there wasn't anything like it at the time, and it had a very big impact. And so I think it deserves it. Whereas, like, Eternals, for example, did not do that. Now, I know this is controversial, because it's... But let me explain for me. In my heart, this belongs here. Maybe it belongs in A, because it's one of my favorites. Fucking amazing. I love this movie so much. Is it a cinematic masterpiece? Probably not. It was before they overdid all the comedic relief and stuff, but the found family aspect and all of that, I remember giving this a chance as a kid, and my favorite, Rocket Raccoon is my favorite superhero. I'm not joking. And that's a wild thing to say. And so it deserves A in my heart. Civil War was... Okay, let's... Bad ones. They had a lot of really good ones before they started getting bad, actually, looking at these. There aren't that many E's or D's, I think. Yeah, I don't think I could sit through any of these. Maybe Madness can go E, because while I didn't enjoy the movie at all, I could sit through it, you know? Let's fix our ranking system. So F is things that I sat through that I couldn't sit through. Fantastic Four, I don't know, so we're not gonna rank it, but Ironheart has been a pretty good show so far. It hasn't given me that chest feeling I used to get as a kid, though, which I got when watching Thunderbolts. If you don't get the chest feeling, then it's not a good movie. That's how I feel about it. Or it's not a S tier movie. We can't for Black Panther then, because I definitely didn't. It was a really good movie, and it deserves S tier. We'll leave it there for now. Okay. The feeling of I can take on the world. I'll get it when I see Superman. I like that you know what I'm talking about. It's a feeling of I could do anything right now. And you get it from watching these movies, and sometimes you don't. I didn't finish She-Hulk. Who fucking knows if it's any good? Oh, Incredible Hulk. This is... I think this might be better than Thor Dark World. I think I could sit through... I wouldn't be happy about it, but I think I could sit through it. Ant-Man, that was a good movie for its time. Um, I'm not putting them in any particular order on the tiers. I think, yeah, Ant-Man is a B. It's a B movie. It's a good movie. The first Avengers, Iron Man, obviously. Oh, that was fucking awesome movie as a kid. As far as Captain Marvel goes, I enjoyed this movie. I know most people didn't. And I think it deserves to be the same place as this one. I'd have to watch Captain America Brave New World again to know if I'm completely certain about this placement. But with the one watch through, I think it belongs right here. It was a good movie. I don't think it gave me the chest feeling, but it wasn't bad. I don't know what the fuck this is, frankly. Wakanda Forever was... if I don't remember it a lot. I don't think I want that. No. I did not hear that announcement. I'm not very happy with that, actually. I don't want to see the same story again. You know? We already have these movies. We don't need the stories again. And maybe they'll reboot from where they are now. I'm not sure how I don't like that. There were 2 bad Thor movies. I was right. It was so unmemorable that for both of these movies, I would not sit through either of them, just so we're both aware. That's why they're going down here. Civil War was a good one. It was a pretty fun movie. Fuck it. Great movie. It's just because I like Deadpool. I'm a Canadian. I have to. It's the 2 Canadians. I get to go in A tier. Miss Marvel. It was a fine show. I don't think it was Marvel at its peak good. Doctor Strange was Marvel at its peak good. Spider-Man Homecoming was also Marvel at its peak good. They were extremely vague. So, I don't think they're going to... Oh, fuck. I want them to continue from where we are. You know? We've gotten this far. Please, for the love of God. I don't want to see another Avengers movie without my Avengers. You know? I'd like to see... There are other superheroes. The original Avengers was a good movie. It can be A, maybe. No, it was a good movie. It's hard casting a critical judgment on any of these. Because I'm biased. My B is gonna be filled. Because it's like I loved all these movies. Okay, let's start moving them based on, if I was to choose a movie to watch right now, what am I more likely to choose? And the answer is probably, this can go a little higher. I'd watch The Avengers. was also a fine movie. It was a perfectly okay show. I don't know if it was Marvel Peak though. See, it seems to be like separated. Cause C is like the average middle, right? And so you think, but I don't. Oh, Ant-Man. Oh, that one I fucking hate. I didn't like that one. That was terrible. Would I sit through it again? Yes. I think it's marginally better than Multiverse of Madness, though. So I think it goes D. It's not good, but it's not bad enough that it belongs. The enjoyment I would get from watching it. WandaVision is totally just here because I'm kind, not because I liked it. Shang-Chi. I love this one. This was a really good movie. It belongs, I think, with peak Marvel, which is a high standard, I think. I think if it's up here, then that it's worth watching. Maybe we could all have different opinions. I think these were good. I think that Thunderbolts was amazing. Wakanda Forever, I don't think it was bad. It was not where the original Black Panther was. My mom loved it, but my mom doesn't normally like Marvel movies. It's not a very good judgment. I think it might go in C. Top of C. Secret Invasion belongs bottom. Ironheart is fine. I'm not getting that chess feeling with it. Moon Knight was very good. I don't think I ever got to finish it, and that wasn't out of not wanting to. That was just because I'm busy, but I do think it belongs there. Yeah, we have the model. We are drawing, but I've taken a break to rank Marvel movies, because we were just talking about it briefly. And then we're going to go back to drawing for a little more, and then we'll end stream, because today was just a tester. This is the first Captain America movie, I believe. It was a good one. Guardians of the Galaxy. She-Hulk. I didn't finish this one, but I didn't finish this one because meh, you know? I don't think it's alright. You know, because I won't even watch it, anything that I'm not interested in watching, I feel like belongs down here. I haven't seen either of them, so I can't be a real judge, but Age of Ultron, I saw that for my grade 6 birthday party. Fuck yeah. That was a great movie. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. It wasn't as good as the first two. But it wasn't bad. Was it as good as the first two? Maybe it was. Because it was sad and it gave an ending to the story. I think it belongs up here. Honestly, it was a really good movie. I'm being very careful with my S tier. So that's why it's not there. But it's... Deadpool does not belong that high. We're gonna reorder our A tier so it's correct based on how good I thought it was. These two, but only because they were payoff. But the original Avengers movie I would choose over some of the other ones. The thing with TV shows is I feel like they have less rewatchability. Right? Am I the only one who thinks this? I do art? Oh, you wait. If you wait a few minutes, we're almost there. I like the Captain America Winter Soldier movie. This is also peak Marvel. Um, Shang-Chi can probably go higher on this list. Loki can go lower. I feel like TV shows are less rewatchable, you know? That's why I've been ranking them lower, is because a lot of the new Marvel stuff is TV shows. And I'm not a TV show dude. Like, at all. I prefer them as movies. Ant-Man and the Wasp was good. It was a good Marvel movie. Wasn't bad. I can't rate it. I don't know. Daredevil, I almost watched this the other day, but I haven't finished it yet. Also can't rate it. I can't say, I'm not saying F tier because I want to watch both of these. What If? I can't fucking remember What If at all. If I can't remember it, it's a TV show. I saw it, the whole thing. I don't know what Echo is. I'm not that interested in it. Maybe if I search it up, I will be. Right now, I'm not. And that's my, that's it. Solid list? You agree? I think so. I think that as far as how I feel about each of these movies, this is right. I like the Guardians of the Galaxy movies a lot. They belong in A tier for me. I think these ones are really good movies. Black Panther might actually be A tier for me, but I'm leaving it at S tier because of its implications. And Iron Man as well. Both of those might be A tier for me, but because both of them I think were important, they belong up there. But these three certainly belong at the front of that list. I think that these two, because of payoff, I couldn't imagine watching Endgame and not getting payoff. Like, Age of Ultron was a very good one. I really enjoyed that one. Same with Spider-Man Homecoming. It's an A tier worthy. First Captain America movie. All these ones are ones that I would go and watch again. Deadpool Wolverine was pretty good. And now it could be moved, but we'll leave it. Ant-Man, I think that belongs there with all these. I don't think Captain Marvel should be this high on our B tier, but yeah. I really like Shang-Chi. I'd probably watch that one again. Same with Civil War. Was a good movie. Black Widow I also liked. All these are good. TV shows go lower down generally. Wakanda Forever. It was good. These are all movies I thought were good. Yeah, and this is all the junk this is junk. We're looking at the junk here. Yeah, okay, so let's get back to a little bit of drawing. And then we'll call it today. Thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it. I'll give you a little shout out, Gorbitch. How are you doing, Gorb? Thank you for the follow. I'll also follow you once I give you a little shout out. Oh, I'm already following you. I don't need to follow you. I'm following you. Damn. Welcome in, everyone. Okay, so right now you could look at my Marvel tier list if you'd like. We're switching back to drawing now. But everyone can take a minute if you would like to look at my Marvel tier list. I normally play horror, so you're probably like, what are you doing, Aiko? This is weird. And it is weird. That is correct. But, yeah, we are testing out drawing today. I say as if I don't draw every day. Testing out streaming drawing today with my model. Okay. Now I'll turn this off, and then we will switch back on over. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm Aiko the Angel, everyone. I forgot to introduce myself. It's nice to meet you all. What were you playing? Please tell me. I stream now it's going to be Wednesday and Sunday. And sometimes days like these, it's not very common, but we did for today. There we go. Yeah. How is everyone doing? We're going to continue with our drawing now. This is what we were doing before I got distracted by Marvel. You were playing Red Dead? How'd that go? I haven't played it. I've seen people play it though. I literally technically my dad owns the game on console, and I've played it with him. I've also watched Binks play it, if you all know who she is. Thank you. I've made some good pieces recently. This one is in the process, so we'll see. We'll see, you know, how it goes, how it turns out in the end, but because it's playing with perspective, which is scary. Thank you. So like I said to everyone who was like, I didn't know you do art. Yeah, I do. Quite a bit. My model's done by me. I need to bring my camera back down so when I'm looking down, I'm not looking off into the distance. Yeah. Yeah, we just been listening to some Nintendo music this entire time. Yeah, I didn't rig it, but I drew my entire model myself, yeah. Me and Suda were going through, that's why we did the tier list, was because Suda brought it up. Kind of jokingly, because I was talking about which ones I do and don't like, so I decided to actually do a tier list. Because I feel like they've made some garbage recently. I don't really want them to reboot it, though, because we were also talking about that. I'm not sure how that's gonna... If you guys have to rate and run, don't even worry about it. Please do so. I'm not bothered in the slightest by that. And you do need to take a break, so feel free to rate and run. I forgot to mention. Manipulate your distractions from art, but the list was very cool. I mean, yeah. Honestly, that's kind of why I made the list, because I get it. There's some ones worth seeing. There are plenty not. That's what the point of the list was. If you... I don't know what point that was. Even because I'm not using my computer, I can just tell you some of our F tiers. We got, obviously, the first two Thor movies. Eternals is F tier. I don't want to see Agatha all alone. I don't care about it. It's F tier. The Marvels also don't want to see it because I don't want to ruin my childhood. So that's F tier. I put two other things I wasn't really sure of. But then what if I saw it? I don't remember it. E tier. Thank you. I appreciate it. That's a very nice compliment. The Incredible Hulk is also E because I'd sit through it. I'm not sure if I'd sit through What If, but I can't put it F tier because I can't remember it. Multiverse of Madness also went to E tier. No Way Home, that's S tier. Thunderbolts is S tier. I would go see it. It's worth it. It was an S tier movie. Thor Ragnarok, I put it in S tier for the fact that every Thor movie before that was shit, and this one was good. So it belongs there. No Way Home is also there. I put Black Panther there because, you know, it was something very different for Marvel. First of its kind. And then there was, I put Iron Man in S tier. Yeah, it was a pretty good movie, especially comparatively. And then my A tier was things that I personally enjoyed. I put the Volume 3 of Guardians of the Galaxy there. Because, you know, I have all the Guardians of the Galaxy movies are in A tier, actually. And I have movies that I would choose to watch if I was choosing to watch a Marvel movie. And then B tier was mostly Marvel Prime, but Shang-Chi is also there. That was a very, very good movie. And Brave New World got in there too. Captain America Brave New World. Moon Knight and Loki are the only TV shows I think that made it up that high. And then just about every new TV show that wasn't crap is in C tier. And also Love and Thunder, because I liked Love and Thunder, so I'm not putting it lower. You can't make me. Quantum is D tier. WandaVision's D tier, because I fear people who like WandaVision. It would be lower otherwise. And then She-Hulk, I didn't finish that show. No clue. It went D tier. Yeah. We've been gapping this entire time mostly, but distractions are fun. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do this shadow. If I'm gonna do it here or there. Maybe we do it like this. I'm gonna have to clean up the edges of my drawing later, but I'm not doing that right now. We should work on the eyes, because eyes are fun, and everyone likes drawing eyes. Actually, that might not be true. Everyone being Aiko and only Aiko likes drawing eyes, so we're gonna draw some eyes now. Why are your eyes like this color? You know, we're not gonna do you justice. We're gonna make them the same color as your hand shadows, because it looks like that slightly. Yeah, I'm excited for the Fantastic Four. I don't want to be disappointed though, so maybe I shouldn't be excited for the Fantastic Four. Frog, have you seen Superman? Important question. I want to see it. I've seen, honestly, their PR has been working, or press releases. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. The advertising they've been doing for it's been working, because I've been seeing the actors and how they interact with one another. I'm glad we all really want to see it. No, if we haven't, because yeah, no, I've heard good things. Why do you use green? Because you don't have a lot of red in here, so that's just kind of weird. Well, we're gonna continue on with the irises. We can worry about the eyelashes after. I feel like I have better art than what you're seeing right now, because this is in the process. But I'm not gonna scroll out and show you. Well, yes I am. You know what? Fuck it. If you guys don't know I do art, here you go. I do art. There we go. You've seen it. Now we can go back to the scheduled program. Lex Luthor. Such a good god tier hater in this one. Honestly, oh my god. I've been so careful with it for spoilers. But considering the actor literally also auditioned to play... That was so smart of them. He also auditioned to play Superman. That's how you make a god tier hater. To be fair though, I couldn't see him playing Superman. I think I'd be a good Lex Luthor. Fuck, I can't speak English. Lex Luthor. Thank you. I'm so proud of that one. This one will hopefully be just about that good, but who knows? It might not be. I can't give you an impression. I'm not gonna pretend I've seen enough. After I see the, ask me again after I've seen the new Superman movie or any media with Lex Luthor in it. I'm not a good hater, I'll be honest with you. Actually, that's not true. I'm a great hater. Let me think. Is that what's suited to me? If I wasn't a man, I think I'd be a great Captain Marvel. And that's just my opinion on that. If I was to get typecast, though, I feel like I'd be typecast as a villain. I aspire to be a hater like Lex Luthor. I mean, yeah. You either hate and rage to your full potential like Lex, or become whimsical and joyous in all aspects like Superman. I don't know if I'd be comic relief. I'm trying to think about what... In high school, when we were doing a musical, I was typecast as one of the prep characters. I've also been Chad, which is basically, rather than not that character, but he basically plays the role of Troy in the musical version of High School Musical. Not like Chad from the actual High School Musical movie. And so that's, I don't think I'm comedic relief, but I've been in musicals, yeah. I actually kind of want to pursue that for a while, believe it or not. The thing is, I can be really bad at singing, but I can be not bad at singing too. It's like, what I mean by that is I have to practice quite a lot, whereas some people just sound good before I can sing something. Okay, we're gonna go in with some more detail on this. It's not my issue isn't range. My issue is singing in the right range and breathing. Breathing's my biggest issue. I don't always support my voice when I should, and I know this. I did vocal training. And like I'm not bad at singing when I've practiced a song. I think I got bronze in one of my competitions. This was the first one I did. In a competition I did where I live. Maybe I got silver. I can't remember. It was one of the two. I didn't get gold though. And I didn't go back the next year. Just because it happened, our competition ended up being online because of COVID. That was the year I did this. Yeah. Yeah. I gotta decide if we're gonna use green for the eyelashes. I fucking hate that. You know what? We all have to be the garbage man sometimes. We're not using green though. Yeah, I have to be careful. I will tense up my voice. I get like really nervous, which is weird because this doesn't happen after I practice a song a lot. But if I haven't sung it a lot, then I will tense my voice up. And so I gotta be careful. I'm making an artistic choice not to use green. You can't make me. We will use this color green on the clothes, but we're not using it for the lining. I still believe this 100%, but first impressions of frogs, I always thought he'd be the type of guy to prank call Legoland and be like, hey, is this Lego? Lego! I don't know what my first impression of Frog was. It was, oh, he's a cool dude. That was about my first impression. I feel like I make either a good first impression or a really shit first impression. Personally, I think my first impression of you, I didn't meet you. I saw your model and I thought, eh. I was like, there's a guy in a frog onesie, eh. Which is a rude thing. I thought. I didn't know you, Frog. I'm sorry. And then you talked. I was like, ah, yes, the guy in the frog onesie is cool. Because I think I saw you on Twitter. And it might not have been you. Maybe I'm thinking of someone else. I'm pretty sure it was you. I don't use Twitter anymore. I just was so sick of it. And I was like, you know what? I'm done with this. And so now I no longer have it. This is such a relaxing song. That ass. Like I said, no clue how long this is gonna last for. This stream, I mean. It will eventually end. I don't love the eyes. They're my worst eyes. Thank you for giving Pedro a treat. Here, I hate my drawing. I hate everything about this. This is the worst thing anyone has ever drawn ever. Picasso was a weird guy. Sorry, you said that to art history, someone who really likes art history, and I was like, you know what? Picasso wasn't. It might be a joke to be like, Picasso, but his work was kind of. He was an asshole too. Every artist I know does that. It's okay. Let me explain. I know I'm good at art. Let me clarify. I know I can be good at it. But I know I can also be extraordinarily bad at it. The only way to be good is to look your mistakes in the eye and think, wow, that was terrible. And so sometimes we all have to look our mistakes in the eye and think that was terrible. And once we call it quits, look at them and think, wow, that's beautiful. You know? Because if you aren't willing to look at it and go, that's terrible, then you're not going to fix it. But if you don't fix it after saying that's terrible, I have no remorse for you. I only have remorse for those who can look and go, ah, yes. I feel like we need some more shadow and stuff in this eye. No, it's okay. We're not going to be going for too long, so it's no issue. I really appreciate it. I don't usually get to see you in stream, so it was really nice to see you, and I appreciate the lurk. Have fun with whatever journey it is you're going to be stuck on, and I hope it goes well for you. I almost said good night, and it's not even nighttime, so good night, Frog. Oh, there we go. This is not at all what they have in mind for their eyes. This is not the right eye color. They can't stop me. If they wanted me to make it better, they should have had details. Oh, look at that. It's like a sunset eye. You know what's the most whiplash thing about me is I'll look at my art and I'll say that's shit, and other times I'll say I'm the greatest artist ever. Or like, this is the most pretty thing I've ever seen. I would like to marry this painting. And that is something I do. And I just thought I should tell you all. Because it's crazy. It is actually insane behavior. Okay, I like this. I think while it's not super detailed eyes, they're pretty. They're pretty now. I look at the eyes, and I know that's not what they had. Their intention was to have the eyes very light. But I didn't do that, so... It's very good. That's good. I'm glad to the average non-artist Joe it's very good. I do think, though, self-critique's important, but don't put yourself down. And if you're going to compare yourself to others, you're only allowed to do it if you're going, this is what I could do to get better. If you're not doing that and you're just saying, wow, I could never be like them, you're not allowed to do it. Because it's... My thought is negative talk is only okay if you use it to... If you be like Lex Luthor. And you get real fucking petty about it and you think, wow, this person's so good. Fuck them. I'm going to be better than them. That's okay. And as long as you're not an asshole to them and you just, you know, like, be spiteful of some random guy who makes art who you don't know and who doesn't know you. That's fine. It's important. But if you have to do that, you have to stare at their art too. You can't just stare at your own. Because we see more mistakes in our own art than other people see in ours. So it's important to just stare sometimes. You know? Like I said, we're doing Peak tomorrow. For everyone who missed me saying that. It's a collab. Only with one other person. I think we can just play with 2 people. I think that would be fun. So that's what we're doing. I don't know the gender of this person, so maybe I shouldn't be making them super pretty. But I have a habit. I even do it to myself. Like, how am I supposed to know? Ha! I hope it will. I hope it will. I see, this is where my coloring's patchy. I didn't color all the way there. But we've acknowledged it now. I don't like that my shadow's so light. It needs to be darker. It's funny because this person has like barely any contrast in their reference image, which is making it harder for me. I'm a contrast baddie. That's my thing, is making things not soft. I like it to punch me in the face, you know? I like to look at art and go, wow, and just get hit in the face with that art. And so when it doesn't hit me in the face, it's always weird to draw it. We all gotta practice somewhere, I suppose. I'm gonna accidentally make this person look like Shigaraki from My Hero Academia. I'm doing that again. I'm just gonna color it correctly instead of being a little bitch about it. I also do understand their hair is white. I just have an idea. That might be stupid, but we're gonna try it. This music is so calm. I'm not sure if it's the vibe, and it's just gonna stay this way. It's making me real, like, EP. It's like a lullaby. I almost forgot lullaby, so there we go. I'll probably call it soon. We're almost there. We're gonna do the hair. I feel bad because I was rated into, but we got to, this was a test stream. And we got to, I'm not sure if I can do this for 5 hours straight. But yeah. And also this wasn't planned today, so I have other things I have to do. That might also be a bigger reason than I don't know if I can do this for 5 hours straight. That's not true. I can do it for 3 hours for sure, because that's how long our art studios usually are. There we go. Snack time? I'll take a snack break, and then we'll come back to it. The ad's gonna start in 7 minutes anyway, so I'll run it now while I'm grabbing my snack, and then we'll continue for a little bit. I'll also change the music. I don't know if I want chill video game music. I want upbeat. Oh, there we go. There we go. Is it playing on stream? Let me check. Yes, it is. I'll be right back. Hello, anime. We're drawing today. Today is drawing. Oh my god, Dragon's here too. Can't hear you. Have you up for the views, friend? Oh my god, thank you, Dragon. We gotta give Dragon a shout out. Do you guys like the Nintendo music? Okay, you're wondering, and let me answer the question. I'm doing great, anime. How are you? We are drawing, like I said. I got, you guys won't believe this, a cooked dinner. Which you're wondering, what kind of snack is that? And it's real food, and I have it. I have it on the way up, and I will be having dessert too, which is a granola bar, and I'll be eating that with you guys while I doodle a little, and we'll see how this goes. I gotta share it again, and then you guys will be able to see. So give me 1 sec. I'm just careful with my screen share because I don't need you guys to accidentally see my face. There we go. I'm doing great, anime. Yeah. This is how we're drawing, like I said. We'll continue with the fixing the face in a little bit because I don't like that.
I just ate a flower.
Ah, yes. I don't like the it's not enough on the face, so we'll come back to it. But for now, we're gonna do the clothes. Also gotta fix my skin color coloring, but we're not gonna do that right now. I'm being very messy today, which might be due to streaming. I'm not actually sure it's due to anything else. But that's fine with me. You know what? It's easier if we put it underneath and then just clean that up later. Like, see? It's messy coloring, so we gotta fix it. But, we will. What's that? Oh, that's, we need to color more up here, too. We'll get to that. I hope you guys love my horrid coloring skills. They aren't horrid, that's a lie. They are horrid right now. I'm gonna plug in my... I know it flipped, you'll be able to see again in 1 sec. I gotta plug in my laptop. There we go. I am sitting weird right now, but that's okay, I think. I'm not hunched forward, and that's what counts. This is why I stream with a VTuber model. Y'all don't need to see my kneecaps, but my kneecaps are definitely would be in frame. By the way, I no longer have a foldable chair. I have a really old, dilapidated one that I think is slightly more comfortable. Because I can, like, lean back in it. See, this is the boring part. Where I look at all my coloring mistakes and then have to go back and fix them all. It happens to everyone though. Especially when they're not being patient. Oh, here we go. I can't make it that messy because... Yeah, here we go. Is it done? No. I also stopped for a little bit, but if I didn't, I might be further along. We started ranking Marvel movies for like a little period of time, and then we came back. I have this habit where I'll just stare at it for a while I'm drawing and do nothing sometimes. It's a part of the work progress. It is done. You're right, it is done. One sec, I'll be right back. I'm coming to grab it.
I just ate a flower.
Okay. I will, oh my god, hi Jester! I will turn this back on real quick. I gotta grab that, and then we're good to keep going. What does that mean? What have you done to me? I'm assuming art. Holy shit, that's horrifying. That's so cool, Jester. Oh, that is terrifying. Oh my god. Thank you so much. I hope I said it already. I'm assuming I did. A hidden surprise. You know the people who holes fuck them up? This does that to me. No, it's not bad. It's so cool. I somehow think I'm not a fuckable monster, and I don't know how I feel about that. I could be wrong. Actually, some people... Trypophobia, yep. No! That's so good. That's so good. Dragon came back just for that, by the way. Dragon couldn't even hear me, apparently. It's a biblically accurate echo. I don't think that was in any Bible. Ah, welcome back. Sorry, I think I just peaked my mic by saying ah. I am gonna munch and then draw a little more. Yeah, we've been goofing it. Do you want some jelly beans? The top of that one. Jesus Christ. It's past midnight. Good night. Sleep well. Oh my god. What time zone? Actually, don't answer that. Go to bed. I appreciate it. We're calling it quits soon, guys. We're just gonna do a bit more. I have an art addiction, I think. I need salt. This is so unsalted. Do I make the walk downstairs to get salt for my food, or do I just suffer? The salt makes me want salt more. This is helpful because we'll know where to fix it. This is what an eraser is for. This is probably the most unsatisfying coloring you've ever seen in your life. Which is fair. It is very unsatisfying. There we go. I think we call our art for the day. But please come back tomorrow, guys, because it's our collab stream, and it's gonna be so fun because we're playing Peak, and I've never played that before, and this is a new person we met due to raiding out to someone also playing the same game as us. So yeah. So I'm pretty excited. I've watched a few of her streams. She's a very nice person. And so it's like a tester tomorrow. Yeah, thank you guys for coming. I know I seemed like I was gonna keep going and I thought about it, but look at my coloring. Look at how much I have to fix. Look at how much I have to erase. And I'll do what I have to, which is be dumb for now and come back to this on my own time. Thank you guys so much for watching. We're gonna raid out. Hopefully a friend. Oh my god, we're gonna raid Malaria. They're doing ASMR, but she's the one playing with us tomorrow. So we're raiding her. Let's go. Be on your best behavior, folks. Thank you all so much. I hope to see you tomorrow. And let's go. Bye, guys. If it lets me raid.